everybody, welcome back to another video. It is your girl here, Vapor. Anyways, a lot of you guys have been kind of like hinting towards on the Vesteria server sometimes. How do you make money within this game? Like, how do you obtain silver? There are a couple of ways to gain money other than just killing enemies and hoarding up their items and selling it to the vendors or to other players. There are a couple of methods that you guys can practice. However, this method does cost Robux, clearly. So there's a barbershop, and you can actually purchase the dyes within this section. Now, keep in mind that these do cost 100 per paint, and for 100, it is 80 Robux. Or you could purchase the 3,000 value pack, which will give you an extra 500 for 2,000 Robux. Now, this is the normal amount that I normally get within this game, not to make money off of it, but for the lures and for the shout out things. However, those are soulbound now, so you can't technically make any money off of those anymore. You can't sell those for a good amount. Sometimes people within the server do tend to offer silver for these, so you'll see a bunch of people selling them within the market area or offering to buy them. And they could go around for 35 to 40 silver per paint. So that's not bad, but just keep in mind that it does cost 100 Robux to achieve that. And if you guys are curious as to what is over here in the premium area, their items are actually soulbound now, so you can't sell them. You can sell the name tag, you can sell the ink and quill, but you can't sell the stat reset items, and you can't sell the megaphone or the monster lore. They are officially soulbound, so they used to be able to be sellable. Currently they're not sellable anymore. And let's say you don't have the Robux to splurge on any of the premium items within the barbershop or the premium shop, you can do what everybody else does. Now keep in mind, you do need to be a decent level to do this without it being difficult or time wasting. You can go to the Scarecrows and collect their hay. There are people who do actively collect stacks of these, mainly for the horse mission right over here, which can give you XP and can give you drops of potions and money on its own. But there are people who do buy stacks of hay. And normally I could see the hay sometimes being sold for 5 silver up to 10 silver. It totally depends on the person who is buying them. Now, I am not 100% sure who actually prices the stacks of hay, but that's what normally I see people sell them and buy them for. They do have a chance to drop a rare item, which can be used for rogues, which is a sickle. People do tend to buy those as well, but the drop rate is actually pretty low, so if you do tend to see those, make sure you pick it up, and if it's not a part of your class, you can actually sell it to other people. Another good thing are the hog drops. There are very seldom people who do buy the meat that actually drops from these guys, and they do buy it, but the silver is not prominent. I've seen people buy it maybe for like 5 silver, or even not even if that. They drop them, but it's not as prominent as you would actually get hay from the Scarecrows. So I wouldn't recommend doing the hogs because they do take a while and the sell rate isn't as good as you would actually think. Another good location is the sewers. Now, you do need to be the required level to be in here. And if anything, I would actually recommend level 25 and above. Level 21 is okay, or level 20 is okay, but you're going to be wasting your time in here because the rats are going to kill you. They do drop something called ratty heads, and the drop rate is really low, but if you do tend to actually get the items from them, they do sell. People do buy the rat heads for 2 silver per head, and if you get a bundle of them, you can actually make quite a good amount of money. They also drop rat tails. There are not that many people who do collect rat tails, but you can also sell those to the market area to the vendors, and you'll get a good amount of silver for them if you do tend to kill a lot of rats. Definitely this is a really cool method if you do want to get silver and everything. You can go down to the bat area and collect the bat wings that you get from this area. You do have a very low chance of getting scrolls and weapons and whatnot. I think I actually got a scroll from one of the bats like 2-3 days ago, and a weapon from one of the rats about a week ago. Now, it's not sure if the update actually fixed this and they're not able to drop weapons or scrolls anymore, but I'm just going off of what I've gotten within the previous past with these guys. So if you have time to spare within this game and you actually want to dedicate yourself to getting gold and silver and whatnot, you could chill down here. This method is hard, tedious, and it's long. I mean, you'll be in here for a good while to do this, but definitely collecting the rat heads is something that people do want. And that's mainly because of the mission that's over here. Technically, there is this guy in here who does want a good amount of rat heads, and if you achieve that, he'll give you a rat bucket, and that is mainly used for warriors. And if you do obtain the rat bucket, you could tend to sell the bucket for more than what it's worth. Another method that you can also do, however, this is very difficult, very difficult, is you could go to the Spider Queen lair, collect all of the Spider Queen gems, at least the ones that you technically need to redeem to get, you know, the prizes and whatnot from the Spider Queen to get better items. You could get attack defense scrolls, you can get weapons and whatnot. There's not that many people who do offer to sell these, but you'll see a couple of people sell the weapons for a couple of hundred silver, which people do tend to buy, but they do want clean weapons. Like, you cannot have them upgraded because, assumingly, the player actually wants to do that themselves. They want to do scroll attacks, whatnot. They want to upgrade those weapons to be as powerful as they can be without anybody actually making them dirty. So you can do that, but it is very difficult to actually do. I have yet to actually successfully beat the Spider Queen lair, and that's mainly because I can't pass by the obby, so the obby sucks, you know. The balls are really tiny, like it's impossible. I love the game, but please, the balls are really tiny. Another good method is going to where the guardians are at, and you could technically harvest the guardian cores from these. These, however, are extremely difficult and will kill you instantly if you are a low-level player. So if anything, I'm going to show you what the drop actually gives you within the Yeti right now. So it's going to drop any second right now. So as you can tell, everybody got all of their items, and what we got was Yeti fur, Yeti antlers, we've got purple potions, we got a red potion. So we are picking up some silver and some bronze, so this is a really good area if you guys want to just, you know, come here every hour. Just remember, every hour on the dot this guy will spawn, and you will have the chance to at least minimal-wise collect at least 10 silver. So you could tell right here somebody has an attack scroll over here or a defense armor scroll, so that belongs to somebody else, that is not for us to obtain. So the Yeti does drop some good items and whatnot every once in a good while. If you do chill around here for a good 10 minutes, this will be available for somebody to pick up because it looks like somebody didn't claim it. So after 10 minutes, this will become available to anybody within this server. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be a couple of scavengers here that will come back to this and pick it up. So if you want to be one of those scavengers and pick it up, you can just chill here. So make sure you guys pick up everything because that's actually pretty nice to have. Another good method of actually hoarding up gold is going down to the beach area and defeating a bunch of snails. Now, it is completely optional for you to go down to the snails. Snails are recommended for levels 17 and up. If you are a strong warrior or a strong rogue or mage, and you're not near level 17 and you're strategic, you should be fine battling the snails. Now, the snails will tend to drop snail eyes and sometimes their shells. There are people who kinda actively still look for shells and you can't sell a small bundle of them. Sometimes it can go to 1 silver to 2 silver a piece, granted if they are looking for shells. However, they tend to buy bulk on the shells, so if you only have 1 to 2, not that many people are kinda looking for them. This will actually give them a chance to win an item from one of the girls inside of the beach. Shelly will give you this snail helmet. It is a very rare drop that she'll give you if you give her shells and whatnot. It is completely random, however, so there's no chance of giving it to her. If you have like a million shells, 1 out of a million, she'll give you a shell hat. So if you are looking to get the snail hat and sell it, you could technically do that. It used to be a very sought after item the first few days it was out. Not too sure if people are actively looking for it, but you could sell a nice bundle of eyes for a good amount of silver. So that's another idea that you guys can take to hoard up silver. And yeah, basically you just gotta hoard up the top items within this game in order to make silver. You can get the items that Shelly gives you and you can sell them. She will give you random scrolls. She will give you potions. She can give you some weapons sometimes. However, the weapons are normally like a wooden sword, so it's not really beneficial. So it depends on your level, really, on how you're going to collect these items. Of course, the higher the level you are, the better you'll have, you know, making gold and silver, so on and so forth. But if you are a new player within this game and you want to make silver, you can actually just grind by killing enemies, grabbing their drops, going to the first marketplace and sell the items, and just basically save up as much money as you can. So really, it just depends on how you want to save up your money. What drops you want to go for, rat heads, if you want to go for hay, if you want to go for spider queen items and sell those, you can. However, just keep in mind it is very difficult to do that and will require a lot of time. So if anything, my usually get-go is selling hay and rat heads, and sometimes just going down to Scallop Shores and just killing a bunch of snails and selling their eyes, because that's actually a really good location too. To basically grind for gold and silver. And also there's a whale up there. It is very difficult to kill, but they've found a way to glitch the whale into a mountain, and if it's not fixed, he will drop a lot of silver when you defeat it. I believe every drop is at least 30 silver. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gone up there actively to defeat the whale, but from what I've seen, people tend to go to the whale immediately because its drops are just phenomenal. And from what I know, it just drops silver, nothing else, nothing more. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and get some gold, silver, whatnot, hopefully this method of hoarding actually helps you guys out. You can get an idea of what you should be doing and so on and so forth. And just like the Spider Queen lair, you could do the same thing with the Coliseum. The Coliseum is a little bit more easier, mainly because you're not relying on other people within the Spider Queen lair, and you just need to collect Valor points. And I could see the Valor points being a little bit more easier than the Spider Queen, so you could buy gladiator sets, you could buy all these armors and whatnot, and you could sell them for a couple of hundred silver, and yeah. So it's basically the same thing, just different types of armor and different methods of collecting items and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out and gives you an idea on how to get more money in the game. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Do you want to see Vesteria live streams in action? Make sure you guys follow me at twitch.tv/vaporbaby, where we're extremely active within the community.